Welcome back to A.C.T podcast. This is episode 9. We have a special guest and we're recording. Like, it's lit. People been trying to figure out what we look like that don't actually know us. I'm Armani.
Crystal.
I'm Tristany.
And
I'm Mark.
we have a special guest today. And it's a really good friend of mine, Mike. Mike, how long have we known each other? Since 2015?
Since 15, yeah. Since 15.
We've known each other since 2015. Mike was like, I want to be on the podcast. I got something I want to talk about. And
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. So, Mike, introduce yourself.
My real name is Mike Malone.
You had to think about it.
Yeah, it's two ways to say it. You know what I'm saying? It's the American way and it's the other way.
Okay.
So yeah,
Other way.
yeah. Huh?
What's the other way?
Jamikio. Yeah. So yeah,
What is that like?
I'm from. It's Haitian. Yeah, it's French. Well, yeah, French. So yeah, I'm originally from Memphis. Been all around the world, did a whole bunch of things. Currently, I work as a firefighter for MFD. So been doing that for like 5 years. It's cool. Yeah, like Armani say, I met her a long time ago. Like just out kicking it. Been cool ever since. So, and I asked her to be on the podcast, talk about some things.
So one thing that we want to talk about, this podcast episode is going to be about mental health, but I want you to kind of give your backstory about you recently going overseas and it just being like
What you talking about? Which time?
when you just went to Saudi Arabia.
Oh man. So
And
yeah,
how
I went to
unexpected.
and how what?
It was unexpected. Like it just.
Oh yeah, I got like a 30-day notice to go to Saudi Arabia. So I went and man, while I was there, like I went through. I had fun, but I went through a bunch of emotions. You know, emotions like I never felt. You know, everything went right at home. You know, and I left and expected to come home to like what I left, and it was completely the opposite. You know, so like I said, I went through every emotion, dealing with we can say like acceptance and love. You can say it was a bunch of, like I say, every emotion and every feeling. So
that 30-day notice, you had to like get everything in order and be gone in those 30 days.
yeah, 30 days.
And you were
And
there.
I was out. I was like 8 months. 8 months.
So,
Left.
huh?
You said what?
Like I said, today we're talking about mental health, and I just wanted you to like share that because I have some questions about just feelings and things that you went through while you were there. But I kind of do want to give a clear definition of mental health. And if I start looking down, it's just because I'm looking at the paper that I have. But mental health kind of covers a wide array of things: clinical depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, things that they are still discovering to this day. I feel like in the Black community, mental health is not recognized and it's kind of shown as like a sign of weakness. Like, or when you talk about mental health, they're like, oh, you're gonna be fine, or you can overcome that. What are your thoughts about the definition, the things that are under it, and then how people, especially in the Black community, tend to just kind of brush it off?
Well, you know, You know, just from working in like the medical field, like I know that like everybody goes through like mental episodes. It could either be severe, it could be minor, you know. It could be life changing. It could be something simple as you just spazzing out on the person that got your order wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's as far as like how I feel about it in the Black community, like we are taught to like hide our emotions, you know, from an early age. So I grew up like how I grew up. It was like, man, you don't cry, you know, you don't cry. Like what you crying for? Why you saying how you feel? Like everybody looked down on that. Like my mom, like she raised like 5 boys, and like the first time I remember my mom saying like she loved me was like in college when she was leaving me. And that, I felt like, you know, she had to be tough because, like I say, she raised 5 boys by herself. And you really ain't got no time to, like, whine or cry or say, hey, this made me feel this type of way. And so we grow up, and it's just generational just cycles of, like, covering up, like, open wounds, you know? And I didn't realize a lot of things until like I went through like actual counseling. That was very eye opening, you know, because you don't realize how things affect you now. Like I'm 30, I'm 31. Like you don't realize how things affected you now that happened when you were like 8, 9 years old. And yeah. So.
Interesting that you brought up how your mom raised you, you know, with you being one out of 5 boys, and you know she's raising you, huh?
You good now? You was lagging for a minute.
Oh, um, that made me think about something that I'm actually talking about in a section of my book of how everybody knows I'm a daddy's girl, and I lived with my dad like for a decent amount of time in my childhood, and he was always, you know, in my life and things like that. So the way he raised me, and I say this jokingly, but it's really true. So I always say that he raised me as if I was a boy. So he raised me really tough, really one of the things he always said was cowgirl up, cry, get over with, and move on. He always said cowgirl up, cowgirl up, cowgirl up, cry, and then move on. Like on some tough, like you can't have, like, don't be on no weak, no crying, no sensitive soft stuff. Like, you know, show your feelings for a quick second and then get over it. Cowgirl up, cowgirl up. So I just feel like he made me really tough, which I really don't like, because I feel like it pushed a lot of people that were trying to get close to me away just because I was so shielded just from being so tough and things like that. So it's just interesting hearing your perspective, how I was raised.
And that's the thing, like you say, we taught that, and it's a generational thing. But you know, at least your pops like gave you like the room to cry though, and show your emotions. And this thing, so it's like I didn't realize it's like I got a daughter, and like my daughter, she can be like, I can be helping her with her homework or something. I'd be like, hey, like something simple. I'd be like, so why you don't know this? She'll bust out of crying, and I used to be like, why you crying? Like, stop crying. But going through counseling, like you need that. So I let her cry now, and I'm like, hey, well, just tell me like why you crying? And she tells me, and I'm like, we try to figure out a solution to do it. Even my son, he cries. You know, he's still young though. And I had to get out of the mindset of like getting on him, like, why you crying? Now I just let him do his thing. Then he come back to me, he talk to me, and he tell me what made him feel that way. And I think we need that. Like we need that, because if you keep hiding those emotions, it's like firecrackers. Eventually, just gonna create one big bomb and it's gonna explode. And that happened to me. So it's much needed. It's much needed.
Crystal, what's your thoughts on mental health in the Black community or just overall?
I feel like it's something that most definitely should be more acknowledged Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I feel like it should be more acknowledged because a lot of us suffer and face stuff today that we don't even realize how the past has affected the decisions we make now. So I feel like with the mental issues, like actually going out and going to therapy, I feel like growing up, it was always something that was talked against just because we were scared of, I feel like, the truth. So I feel like it's something really serious and that we all should take serious.
No doubt.
I mean, actually even started like, well, I started like last year looking for a black therapist. Actually, I really want a black woman therapist.
I know one for you.
She do virtual because I don't live in Memphis.
She might. You never know.
Why does her race matter?
Huh?
Why does her race matter?
Well, it's not about race. It's about somebody that's looking like me. So if I was Latina, I would want, a Latina person. So I just want somebody that looks like me. So it just makes me feel comfortable. That's my personal preference.
That understands you, right?
Yeah, I mean, don't listen. I just want them to look like me. I guess they will be understanding. I don't know. I just want to have some type of similarities with the person.
No doubt.
I saw a therapist. I think I told Crystal about this. I saw a therapist while I was working at Onyx for a couple months, and it was a black male therapist, and it was going good at first, but then it was going. I gotta sit up for this one. It was going good at first, but then I felt like when I got into like the problems that I was having at the time was communication issues with the person that I was talking to and them understanding what I was going through because of actions that they were doing or I'm not going to say caused, but it was kind of like a chain reaction. And he was kind of I feel like he tried to make me out to be like Taraji P. Henson when she was salty in that movie, um, Acrimony. I feel like he was trying to make me feel like I was just this angry black woman, and I was just like, I'm done. And I was thinking to myself, because he was presenting things to me, and maybe I was just being sensitive, and maybe I just need to try it again. But he was like, he was like, did you ever think about leaving? Did you ever think about doing this? And I know these are probably questions that your therapist is going to ask you, like, what were your thoughts or what were your actions or what led you to be in this position? But like you said, Tristan, I feel like it would be better for me to see a black woman instead of a black man or any other race or gender. Like, he might not have meant no harm when he asked me those questions, and those were questions that I probably needed to address within myself. But because it was coming from a black male and I'm talking about a black male, I just like shut down. Like I couldn't do it.
I see what you're talking.
Having somebody that looked like you well, for me personally, it makes me feel more inclined to open up a lot more. So it would kind of help me take my guard down a little bit more and, be way more open than I would to. So let's just say if I had a white male as my therapist. In my head, I would want to shout. I was like, this man ain't gonna know what in the hell I'm talking about. He not gonna, that's just in my mind. And of course, that's not the best way to think because you never know. These people have degrees and they've been studying and doing all kind of things. But it will just honestly make you feel a little bit more comfortable to open up just because they like you. And they probably could not have gone through none of the things you talk about, but it just might make you feel a little bit more inclined to open up a little bit more.
No doubt. There's a lot of truth in that. There's a lot of truth in that.
So, Luke, I have a question.
Yo.
Do you all look And how active are you in checking your astrology?
All the time, every day, all the time.
What'd you say, Crystal?
All the time.
Listening?
Can you hear me?
Huh?
I can hear you.
I don't check mine all the time, but I do check. I had CoStar on my phone, but I haven't re-downloaded it again. So, yeah, I haven't checked it in a while. So
wherever the listeners, y'all, are watching this, I'm going to link this article that I read. And it was saying the double sides to checking your astrology and how it affects your mental health and when you should check your astrology, like your daily astrology. So in my routine, I used to check my astrology, my daily horoscope in the morning. Because I was like, let me get a projection or a perspective on how my day is going to be. Then I realized I started, like, if my astrology was like, you're going to find, this is an example, you're going to mend a relationship with a friend. I'm like, okay, so I'm going out, like, you know what I mean? So, and then that might not happen. Or it might not happen because I'm going out with the inkling that this is going to happen. So I started checking my astrology and my horoscope. I keep saying astrology, but I keep checking my horoscope at night now to see if anything in my horoscope was parallel to what happened in my day.
That's legitimate.
When you check your horoscope, Mike?
Every morning it come up. So now you got me. Now you got me like I might need to look at that again. Do it at night. But yeah, every morning.
Do
and
it.
I hate having arguments with people about that because people feel like they really don't like it don't mean nothing. I'm like, man, if you read that stuff be meaning something. Like it's like one of the earliest forms of figuring people out. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, like, a funny story. I remember being in high school, and I was talking to this girl, right? And, like, I used to call this girl all the time. She'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm reading the Bible. I'm doing this. I'm like, oh, okay, then. I'm like, this what's up. This what's up. So I had a homeboy. His girlfriend was older than us, and she was really into astrology. So she was like, ask him what's her sign. So I told him the sign. And she was like, well, she's a Scorpio. She said, hey, she gonna try to be something she ain't. You know, probably come off as this, come off as that. And the girl was on the phone when I said that, when the girl said that, and she just got quiet. No lie. No lie. She was faking it, right? Like she was faking it good. I was like, dang, like so that's what got me into it. I'm like, I gotta see what this talking about. And like it be right on the money. Like it's how people are.
I would just, since you just said that about the day, y'all know the compatibility signs. What y'all think about that?
Accurate.
You say what?
Accurate.
Yeah, it's accurate. Most definitely. Because because it tells, like, I know my sign tell exactly how I am, and like down to the T. And the women like I've been with that like I have like the strongest connection with be the signs that I'm most compatible with.
What's your sign?
Sagittarius.
Crystal.
What the fuck?
I mean, Crystal, I can hear you.
Sagittarius are the best people around.
Yeah.
What?
Solid.
Yo, Capricorn for life.
Capricorns, they cool. They moody though. They moody.
I can't disagree with you.
Yeah.
So.
My son a Capricorn. His mom a Capricorn. So yeah. Nah, they can be a whole nother thing. Emo. And like Sagittarius, we ain't really emotional. We like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if we like somebody, we like them.
I wonder, would it be different for men and women, like for like a sign compatibility?
Yeah.
Because every time I see Sagittarius, it says my compatibility is Aquarius and
Sagittarius.
Two Sagittarius.
Yeah, that's what mine says.
My ex
Sagittarius, Leo, and Aquarius.
Well, I've seen Leo, but not another Sag.
No, it's shame. It worked because you get each other. Like nobody want to be like you don't like being. You probably don't like being like held down or feel like smothered. We like our freedom. You know, we the life of the party.
Crystal face. It's like too funny. Crystal, everybody know what you are. I know what you are, but
No, I'm big Taurus over here.
You said big Taurus. Oh, all right, big Taurus. So you're a Taurus, so that means like you like headstrong, like you want to do what you want to do. Like stubborn.
and he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I know a best friend of Taurus, and he ain't nothing nice.
Mm-hmm.
He gets something in his head, he go with it. But it's good because y'all put y'all energy behind what y'all feel.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
what app do y'all use?
Hold on.
Horoscope. Hold on.
I don't check mine. I did some studying and I was like, it's not good to check daily because
Never.
it can manipulate your day. So only time I check mine is if I feel like if it's meant for me to see it, then it's gonna come to me, and it end up being accurate. But I let it find me. I don't go look for it, just so everything like my whole day can kind of be genuine and
No doubt.
What my horoscope said.
No doubt.
So, question: how do y'all feel about Kanye West and this mental breakdown, illness situation that's going on right now?
No, I feel like sometimes when you got so much money, you start to have a lot of knowledge, and then people that's so smart and know so much come off as crazy. So I feel like maybe some of that is going on, and then I think something is wrong too. Cause he really changed after his mama died.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is a big factor in a lot of stuff that he's doing. Like maybe the stuff he's doing isn't bad, it's how he's doing it.
No doubt. Yeah, he most definitely like sick because some of the stuff he say, I be like, bro, like, how you think of that? Yeah, like, so yeah, he obviously in a dark place, and he most definitely spazzing out on the people close to him, like Kim K. He like letting I have it all in the like everywhere, social media, the tabloids, and I feel it's truth in what he's saying, but I guess he got not all. No, I'm talking about like stuff in his life, not like about the history and slaves and all that. Nah, he out of line, but like with his life, I mean, if he trying to let everybody know, like, hey, he say he in a sunken place, he trying to get out the sunken place, so let him out the sunken place, whatever the sunken place is. But yeah, he just he crying for help. That's all.
Tristan, your thoughts?
So I really don't speak on like celebrity stuff often. Like I don't really.
I can't. You a little low.
I said I don't really speak on celebrity things often because I really don't be that into it or whatever. But I did see the post that Kim did on Instagram or whatever, and it kind of made me think about like some of my family, well, not some, I think it's like one or two people that have like a mental illness in my family, and like kind of seeing those episodes and or hearing about those episodes and hearing my family's reaction and their frustration. You know, some people are more patient and some people are more frustrated and irritated than others. So I don't know, it's just, I just wish that somebody take his phone from him. Because if he is having like a serious mental health episode, you know, that's nobody's bit. That's not for the world to see. I mean, that's fine if he wants to be more transparent with his audience and everything, but like going about it like how he like, it's just a lot. So it's just, you know, kind of what Crystal said about how he's doing it. So there's nothing wrong with being open and transparent about mental illness, but kind of like the way he's going about it is probably a
Somebody. Somebody
got a
hotline.
Right. Okay.
Somebody hotline.
I feel like with the Kanye West thing, I feel like Kim has been handling it rather well. And maybe it's just her publicist telling her, like, maybe you shouldn't. But I feel like, one, somebody needs to take his phone, like y'all said. But two, how do you think this will impact how do you think him having this episode, him being a Black, well-known celebrity, will impact the Black community on embracing mental health? Because I feel like now that he's going through this mental health episode, everybody's like, mental health, mental health, mental health. Or is he's acting crazy? Like, it's not no, like, in between.
And so a lot of people, like, I think about a lot of Black people are like still like naive or like ignorant to the concept of mental health, right? So right now, a lot of people are like, damn, this nigga crazy. He crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they thinking. Like, they ain't thinking like, oh, like he probably like bipolar or schizophrenic. Like, they probably just like downing it like, oh man, he's just going crazy right now. He got so much money, he's going crazy. That's the first thing come out their mind, you know, out their mouth. So it ain't, I don't see people, and true enough, like awareness to it is growing, but I don't just see people saying like, oh, because Kanye having a mental health episode, like we're gonna jump on and, you know, try to figure it out more. Like, I don't think that's how it's gonna work. It takes actually you or somebody close to going through it for you to like see it, you know what I'm saying, or actually care about it.
I feel like it's been very impactful to see celebrities kind of rally around him and like go to where he is and kind of just like you said, he was in a sunken place, like try and, I don't know if they're trying to like embrace him and like show him like that there's still like love there, or like he can get out of this situation. But it's been very good to see people that have close connections and relationships with him go to him and be like, we got you. Like, you might be a little off right now, but we got you. Like, if I was to spaz out and do some crazy shit, I'm not no celebrity, but I know Tristan and Crystal finna be like, let me go see about this bitch. Like, it's not gonna be like, y'all, I don't know what's going on with our money. Like, it's gonna be like a rally and an embrace, like embracing me to figure out like what's going on.
You made a point, Armani, but I kind of want to say something. So I know that we've seen like a couple celebrities go through their episodes and their mental health, and a lot of people online are so for like mental health, and you know, even in college, or you know, people are, let's fight for this, and going to seminars and webinars and having discussions. But it's still not, I feel like we're not taking that more into our own personal lives and really wrapping our arms around our family and friends like we claim, and how we show so much love to these celebrities, and how we are all on social media like, um therapy is okay, mental health awareness week, and all of this stuff just for glitz and glam. But then again, we have aunts and uncles, or um, moms and dads who are going through things. They're depressed, or they have Alzheimer's, or they, all different kind of things. But we're turning the other way to them. We're not showing as much patience and as much kind and love, because I've seen a bunch of different things in friends' families, in my family, in different parts of my family, where people are just online going crazy about mental health, but they not showing it internally in their own friend group and within their family as well. So
Yeah.
I can say, as an example, I'm not really sure how this person is connected to the family, if he's a family friend or he was a family friend, or like connected to the family in relations. But a couple years back, maybe I was in high school, I remember my mom telling me about a family friend or family member who killed himself. And I've never met him or anything, but he lost his job, and he had just had a kid with his wife, and he was used to providing for his family. And he knew that he was about to get laid off. And I think that the job that he had, like, he had worked up to that position. So he kind of looked at it as like, I'm gonna have to take a few or rebuild to get to the level that I'm at. And he was very upset about it. And he came home from work one day, left the car running, and get out and killed himself. And his family members were like, it was gonna be okay. Like, he had all these things to live for, and all these things that good going for him. It was just a job. And I don't know how he communicated him being upset about it, but sometimes it's it's the person, like, we don't like to share or say like, this is bothering me. And I feel like that needs to be more widely spread, that it's okay to say, I'm not okay. I'm struggling with this. I need help with this. I need to talk about this. And I feel like with your, like, with people's friend groups, with your coworkers, with your family, like Tristan said, we need to make it known that it's okay to go through these things, and that we will be there for them to work through these things with them if it becomes to that. I just wanted to share that, but it's just, it's, I don't want to put you on the spot, Tristan, but Tristan just went through, I mean, you can share it yourself, a episode, and I'm gonna let you share it now. I'll just give you my feedback off of.
Well, I want to hear what you're gonna say, and then
I knew that something was wrong, and I feel like a lot of times people's mannerisms, and I also feel like it comes from your astrology on how you deal with things, like how that person releases and shows you what they have, or what's wrong with them. And when she was going through, I didn't know exactly what it was that she was going through, but I had to, through the couple weeks that she was going through, I had to adjust the way that I communicated with her about it, because I'm one of them people like, tell me what's wrong. And she might not have wanted, like, and she didn't want to say, like, this is going on. So it was just like, it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. Or I don't want to talk about it. And if somebody said they don't want to talk about it, don't because I had to learn this. Don't like just let it go. Still be an open and listening ear for them, because you never know what might open up the floodgates for them to want to share what's going on. But I'm gonna let you share what you know.
I keep forgetting that time period even happened. I feel like I blocked it. I think I blocked that whole couple of weeks out of my head or something. I keep forgetting about, because when you were speaking, I was like, what the hell?
Talk up a little bit.
My bad. Yes, I feel like I blocked that time out my head, because when you were talking, I was like, what is she talking about? I was like, oh shit. So, dang. Okay, so it is so crazy how I talk about communication, but when all of that was going on, that short time frame, like, I just shut down and I shut out. Like when I say shut down, like, I wasn't talking, and me and our mother, we'll talk like every day.
All day.
We wasn't talking every day. My phone was on don't disturb, like, no notifications popping up on my phone. Like, I even let my phone die. I just didn't want to talk to, like, nobody. Like, I literally shut down. Like, my mom was even like, I haven't heard from you. Are you okay? Da, 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 da. I was like, I just don't even want to talk. Like, I mean, she kind of knew what was going on, but I guess, but like, yeah, I wouldn't even talk to her. I wasn't talking to nobody, and I just really shut down. But I don't know. I just feel like you said, like, we should let people know when we are not okay, and be a little bit more willing to, like, kind of communicate what's going on, because they can in return kind of like be helpful in a situation like that. But then again, you also said about everybody deals with things their own way. So I feel like shutting down and shutting out, well, this really has always been my way of dealing with things, and I come back whenever I feel like, whenever I'm okay, or whenever I'm over, or let it surpass. But yeah, so I guess that was kind of my way of dealing with everything. But eventually I did kind of talk to her about what was going on. I think I talked to you and Crystal, or did it come out in the podcast?
Talk about it on the podcast.
So on one of the episodes, I just kind of word vomit a little bit. I ain't go into a whole lot of detail, but I just kind of let it out then, because I don't know what we was talking about then. But
I feel like you like you said, word vomiting. It was like you getting it out. I want y'all to know, but then you kind of like hug the issue by saying, and if anybody is going through this thing, you can talk to me about it, because you had let it, like, I don't even know a good word for it, but you like, you went through the phases with it to get to that point to be able to share.
Yeah. I mean, it's good, like, when you're going through, like, if you have been through, like, any type of depressed periods, like, kind of making sure, like, hey, I went through this. If anybody else is even hesitant, or just want to just be on the phone or some shit like that, or just, like, kind of saying, like, anybody, reach out. Even if you just want a quick 5-second, or if you want to talk for 5 hours, just kind of let people know that you're not alone. I think that's the biggest thing, letting other people know that they're not alone.
So the next question I have is a question I kind of wrote down that's directed a little bit more towards Crystal and Mike. My question is, and of course me and Tristan can answer, but you all work jobs where you're servicing somebody face to face, and people may make an assumption about how they think you are based on what they see. And you look fine. Crystal, you doing makeup, you conversating with your client. Mike, you servicing, you are, if anything, comforting to whoever you're servicing at that time. But people don't take into account that you might have your own issues that are going on at the same time. And you have, how do you go into work and separate the two for one, because you're dealing with people and servicing them face to face. And then do you feel like people look at you like you not or you don't have problems because you are giving a service? That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll let Chris answer that first. I'll go.
I feel like when they come to get the service, it's not really about how I'm feeling anyway. So I never hold it against them. Because there's a lot of times where I'm tired or I'm starving and I haven't ate all day. And, like if I was to sit up and try to eat, they'll be mad at me because they can't do one thing and it's a service zone. But I mean, you have some people that do care, and it's comforting because then
And
you,
ask you how you are.
yeah, or let you eat or bring you a snack. Like it be small stuff or just asking me, how your day been? How many more people you got for today? Like just questions that they ask me, it becomes comforting to where when I do have a bad day, I'm a little bit more open to talk to my clients, whether it's about me because it's like they feel like I'm their therapist, but I feel like they're mine too sometimes. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's true. That's true. Like I work at a place with like 10 other dudes, and like they play all the time, right? And I have my moments when I used to have my moments when I was like going through stuff, like real stuff, and I trying to come into work and they want to play, and I just spaz out. Like the South Memphis come out, they be like Malone, I didn't know you could act like that. I'm like, they're like everything good. I'm like yeah, man, just leave me alone. And I was really going through like I was going through, it's really like a bad breakup. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like didn't nobody understand because like everybody was like married, and I had never been through nothing like that because I just never gave myself to people like that. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I can say I'll come home, I'll come to work, and it was like the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing to like come in, put that mask on, go in, smile, joke. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the man. I don't see how actors do it. Like it's the hardest. To me, like I'm just natural. Like I just want to talk. Like I just come in and like just look at everybody and let them do all the talking. Might laugh, might go on about my business, but like just day to day, like letting people see you in like them vulnerable moments. That's the worst. Like that's the worst for me. Because don't no man want to be vulnerable. Especially these days. But it's something we working on, or something I'm working on. So yeah, like it's like the hardest thing. And I mean, people in my job, they don't really care. Like not in my job, but like like people like we service and like they don't care. Like they calling you because they in need. So they ain't trying to hear that. Like, man, I had this bad thing happen today. Hey, you can't say that. I'm like, get me to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for that. So, but
What
I
about?
think yeah,
We can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like it's interesting that you said since you're a male, you can't be vulnerable at work, and I kind of can't understand it because as a woman, I work with men, so in the barbershop, so it's like I don't want to come in being the typical woman to
yeah,
be angry or because I feel like just like how they say about like you were saying about your mother, like she has so much going on, but she has to seem strong because she's already a woman, and we
yeah.
look, weaker than men anyway, especially emotionally. So I think that was a good thing you pointed out.
Women are tough though. Like women, like y'all like the toughest people because like y'all go through like so much from like the beginning to the end. Like man, we just
Yeah,
like man, like we just go with the flow. But when we get hurt, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like we be hurt. Like we be like, like, man, like, damn, like, we don't really know what to do because we ain't been there, you know? But y'all can, man, I take my head off the women, especially the black women. Like, I got this thing, like, I feel like the black woman is, like, really, like, the creator of the universe. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like she created everything, you know what I'm saying? Everything started with her. You know, I think the black woman is God. So, like, I take my head off to the black woman because I know the things that the black woman, like, she's, like, very underappreciated. She go through so much, and she got to work 10 times harder. You know, and it's just like, yeah, my women tough, man, and I respect the black woman, like, hands down. Like I said, man, we can't take half the shit y'all go through.
Sure.
The heartaches, the cheat, like, we can't take half that shit. That's why so many motherfuckers dudes be spazzing out if something happen, you know, because they can't take it. A woman will go quietly. She'll go quietly, move. She'll just move, you know, until she done with it. But a man, he gonna spazz out because he can't take it.
Let me ask you this. So you talked about mental health and, like, how you feel when you're going into work as a firefighter. But being overseas, how is that? Like,
So you have a lot of things that can happen overseas, like a lot of bad stuff. My first deployment to Afghanistan, that was pretty trying because we were getting, like, bombed, people dying. That's different, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you get into, like, a mode. You still have, like, your little moments where you're like, you miss your family and you miss people. But you get in a mode. Like, it's really like eat, gym, work. Eat, gym, work. You get in, like, a real routine to where, like, it just helps you cope with what's going on around you. You know? And it's like jail, to be honest. But you free. Like, real, like, it's jail, but you free. Because you can't just leave and go home, you know?
do you feel like coming back from overseas, do you feel like you come back more emotional or less emotional?
Dang, that's deep. I say more emotional. Like I say, first deployment, like, I remember being at home. Like, you don't really understand how stuff affects you, like, real, like, PTSD. So, like, I was at home for, like, 2 days, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Zaxby's. I love Zaxby's. So I go to Zaxby's, and my lady was like, I waited in this line for like 15 minutes. Get to order my food. She say we closed. I spazzed out, you know, and I think that was just the mental breakdown of, I'm used to things being a certain way and it ain't that. So, like, now I'm finna spaz out. The last one, I came back more emotional because, so me, I never saw, like, let's talk about this. I never saw a man treat a woman good, right? In my entire life, like as in, like, I never saw a healthy relationship. Never saw a healthy relationship. When I was deployed this last time, I was hanging out with this guy, right? Named Nico. We, like, close friends now. Like, we close friends. But, like, I could talk to this woman and that woman, and it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I could do. Man, this dude, he used to FaceTime his wife every day. He was like, you know what? He's like, hey, Malone. Hey, bro, I need you to lead tonight. I'm finna have a date with my wife.
It's so cute.
I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, I'm finna have a date with my wife. Like, this man, he get dressed up, put on the movie, make him some popcorn, and they sit and they talk and they watch movies. And I'm like, man, you know what? Shit, this where is it? Like, he happy, he content. Like, this man content. You hear me? Like, I'm like, this dude content. I'm like, you know what? I want that. So I came home and tried to do that. It ain't work out. so, it ain't work out. So, I just, like, I know so that right there threw me into a dark place. But man, you human. You gonna move past it. Like, storm won't last for like so long, then you're gonna be back where you need to be. So yeah, that was a crazy. That was the craziest thing. Like
when y'all get into these episodes of feeling down and just like you don't know what to do, what is your coping mechanism? It's like, is it like doing your self-care routine? Is it calling y'all friends? Is it going out? Is it just going to sleep? Like, what do you spending money? Like, what do you do?
I go to sleep. I just go to know what else to do. I'm a shop anyway.
I sure was like, Chris, now I know spending money was gonna be somewhere.
We can't hear you, Crystal.
I'm a shop whether I'm happy or sad. So I'm just gonna
say traveling.
No, I travel because I be wanting to. If something really wrong with me, like one of those, I feel like I'm at the bottom, I go to sleep. And I just isolate myself and put myself in this corner. And I do that so I don't seem vulnerable and have to like actually tell people what's wrong. I just face it and then deal with it and go from there. But I do that with a lot of sleep.
TK?
Mine is kind of similar to Crystal because I take a nap quick.
You're a little low too.
I said I take a nap quick, but I guess kind of reflected back to that time frame that we discussed earlier. I think the most thing that I did was paint, which is how I got the piece that I just posted when I said it was an expression piece, because it started off like really beautiful with this natural woman, then this natural vibe, and that night I spazzed out, like everything hit. So if y'all see the piece, that's where that time frame came.
I'm gonna try to get it up here or put it up here or something. I damn near finna pull it up.
Yeah, it's turned into an expression piece.
Show us. It's at your house.
Oh shit. I don't feel like it's big.
Okay.
It's huge, but yeah. But
I don't want to buy it. Are you selling it?
Sure. I don't know. I be having a hard time letting my pieces go.
It's a good piece, y'all.
It is.
I be want to love on my pieces. That's why I be telling folks, like, anytime like somebody would like either pay me to pay something, like, can I live on it for like a day or two and then you can come pick it? I like to love on my pieces, like hold it for a little minute. I'm like, okay, y'all can go now.
Yeah, I mess with art. I like art a lot.
What's your coping mechanism, Mike?
I don't know. I got a lot of things I do. I might work out and listen to The Weeknd. And man, put me in the old Weeknd, like not the new, like the old stuff.
Like
and
the,
put me in
House of Balloons.
yeah. Don't play with it. And put me in like that. Put me in that place where it's like, man, it'll be all right. You're gonna be good. This happens, and I'll be good.
I think that my coping mechanism has changed. I can't even count. I was thinking about this when I was writing down like topics for today. How many times, Mike, I didn't call you like, Mike.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
This what happened. You be like, always positive, but like, our money, look at it like this or look at it like that. And I feel like usually those problems, I'm not gonna say like mental health problems, but those were problems that, you go through shit being young and dumb and, that type shit. Yeah. But the problems that I've been having recently have been like real mental like I'm not saying I'm like going crazy or anything like that, but I can say, like, when I'm really down and when I'm really upset, being able to call and FaceTime and group chat with my friends, folks that really know me, and it's gonna make me laugh, like that for a fact, like changes my mood. And I used to be like, I'm just gonna crawl into a bubble and I don't want to talk about it. But calling and talking and just communicating, and then sometimes they can be like, yo, you blew it. It ain't even that serious. Or the more serious things, because you're going through it, you might push it to the extreme. Having that reassurance that, like, okay, you going through this, we gonna help you with it. You can call me and talk about it, and we gonna, like, you get it. You gonna move on. So that's like been my new thing. Like the other day, I was having like a really rough day, and I group FaceTime Crystal and Trixie, and we just talked, and it got me to like a point for hours, like hours, and it just put me at ease. Like, okay, I feel better, or feel better enough to like go to sleep, regroup, and take on the next day. So I had to plug my computer up, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need those moments, especially knowing people got your back though.
Okay, so let me say this, because it was one point that I was feeling really, well, it's been a couple times that I've been feeling really frustrated, and the people that I really wanted to talk to, they just wasn't there for me. Like, I called a couple times, like, and they didn't reach back out or text back, like, are you okay, or anything like that. So, and it'd be somebody that's like really close to me. So I know, like, when things like that happen, because we do have to talk about those, because you know, you got friends that's gonna be there and you got friends that's not gonna be there. But they kind of made me not want to open up to that person when I do get in, you know, or do when I do need to have a conversation or talk to them about something. It kind of pulls them away. So, what pulls me away? That's all I want to say.
Y'all get any questions for Mike? Mike, you got any questions for us?
Man, like how do y'all do it every day? You know, like how do y'all do it every day? Like how do y'all make things happen? You know, being so young and like having all these things like stacked up against y'all.
Shit, we don't know. We do it. We just do it. Do whatever we need to do, because I feel like all of us are very similar, which is probably why we're really close. But all of us are very different. We're very similar when it comes to like ambition and drive and getting our shit taken care of. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but for all of us, I just say, because I've been knowing these two for years and years now, and seeing them grow so much into amazing, amazing women. Just seeing, like, no matter what comes their way, no matter what obstacle comes, like they shake it, they shake shit, like you said, Black women's strength, like just getting up and go. And for us, because so like anytime we do talk, we have very deep conversations, and we kind of like express ourselves and things like that, what we got going on. So we're able to release within each other. But at the end of the day, it's always, okay, we releasing, how we move it to the next thing, what we need to do to make this happen. Like if something is going wrong, how can we solve this issue? Like it's not a dwell, it's not a cry about it, it's not a like whine about it type of thing. Like it's a let's get this done, let's get this handled, let's push through this type of deal. So, and I'll say that for both of them and me. I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, that's just what I see in you guys, and that's what I love about them so much.
That's what up.
I can say today I didn't want to record. I can like express that. Like I'm a list person. I plan stuff out. I go buy a planner and make a whole calendar from scratch. Like I will I have and will like I push myself to the like max, and sometimes I have to like tell myself, our money, you doing too much, or I have to say our money being lazy. And I can say, speaking for all three of us, we push each other and we tell each other like, look, you tripping, look, you need to paint, look, you blowing it, you blew it, get it together, get on track. Like
Anything in life, though.
like for real. Like today, I called Tristan when I get off work. I was like, look, I just, it was, but I knew like, for one, you gotta guess. And I know you wouldn't have like tripped out or like been like, but sometimes you have to push through. Like I feel better recording and talking to y'all than I would have felt sitting here with the light off in the dark. How I feel, like how I felt. So,
No doubt.
pushy. So, Crystal, you have anything to say?
I just live day by day. Can y'all hear me? Okay, day by day. It's just like if I want to do that today, that's what I'm gonna do. And whenever I'm slacking, I just keep reminding myself of what I want and how I'm gonna get it. If they occur happens or to get there, this is what I'm gonna do. So I try not to plan because my days be unpredictable.
That's legitimate. That's legitimate.
So, we got, we went to a game that we like to play. And I feel like this is the more fun part of the podcast.
All right.
The dark in here.
So, we do a would you rather portion of the podcast. This is
All right.
our ender, and we've been keeping this routine up of this question that we like to ask. And I let Tristan be asked it because I tell too much. I say too much, and yeah. So, Tristan, you know the question.
And every time I be like, so what's the question again?
And now we get to do the visuals because I can't wait. But
So the question is
talk a little bit.
let me adjust. So the question is, would you rather go on a vacation with your best sex partner, but you can't do no talking or nothing? It's just your best sex partner. It's a 30-day vacation. Or B, your best conversation person, but you can't have sex.
Oh shit! Damn, that's a deep ass question. That's a deep ass question. Best conversation, but you can't have sex.
It's a 30-day vacation now. 30 days.
30-day vacation. That's you move there. 30 days.
We can't hear you.
But you out of town. Like,
exactly.
Well, we ain't here to talk. Talk at the house.
Hey, I'm with her. She right. She right.
House.
She right. I'm gonna have to go with the best sex partner. Hands down. Mine is crazy.
Y'all ain't doing much talking, no way. So,
You got only so much you can talk about in 30 days. You 30 days every day.
The best conversation person, like the person you have the best connection with, y'all can talk for days and days at a time.
okay, so after the 30 days, we got years to go.
Hey, I like how you think.
So you on the train too, Mike. We got this train going. Yo, I feel like it'd be so cool if we put a little train and we put all our gas. We put all our gas in the train because look, all our guests been saying the same thing. Like,
yeah, I don't think nobody has chosen the conversation person. I tried to because I'm a talker. I like to talk.
It's a wrap.
Nah. 30
Now,
days.
Still talking, just nonstop.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's 8 hours or just 12 hours of just straight talking. That's too much talking. Ain't that much talking in the world. 30 days.
Baby, I'm gonna be so in love after that 30 days.
Right.
Talking. That's the
You
crazy
better.
part.
You better.
In love, honey. We get married after that 30 days. And we gonna have for the next 30 days.
That's some shit you would pick though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's rough.
So the next question is for all of us. Would you rather have your text messages leaked, like your whole, like all your text messages, like not just the ones that's in your phone right now, all of your text messages that you've ever sent, like all of them? Or would you rather your camera roll get leaked?
Camera roll me, please.
But I say text messages.
I mean, I'm going down either way because I screenshot a message and send it to them. So they might not know the whole story, but they gonna know a little bit.
Nah, baby, my text messages, baby. We gonna all three gonna be in this.
I'm gonna have to go with the camera roll. I be getting off in the text.
Oh wow, man. Nah, yeah, it had to be. Yeah, it's text messages.
Hey, text messages don't hurt somebody's feelings.
Somebody, people,
everybody.
Several. Shit, my feelings.
Oh, hurt my feelings. I feel travel this shit.
Oh man.
Camera roll me. I barely take pictures or that. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Oh man. That's one right there. That's a good question.
Okay, I got one more. It's not really a would you rather. It's just a what would you do. So the last male we had on the podcast, was it Jew or Josh?
Josh.
Okay, well, no. So we had one of Tristan's friends, shout out to DJ Jew. He was saying that if you really want to get to know somebody and what they like, you get real creepy. What's one of the weirdest or creepiest things that you've done to find out something about somebody?
Ooh.
The creepiest thing I've ever done to find out.
That he would, to find out what size shoe the person wear, he would go look at their shoe while they're in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's weird. I ain't doing all that. I just listen.
What if you want to buy her some shoes and you don't know her shoe size, but she comes home all the time?
I mean, you can look down and be like, okay, that's a 9. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my!
You know what I'm saying? That ain't creep. I don't know. I ain't never did nothing like that. That's kind of weird. Nothing against that brother though, but you know, it's just that I ain't never. I just listen. Like, what you want? Like, oh, you like what? Okay then. Oh, you like photography? All right, cool. I'll get you a camera. You know what I'm saying? Like that type. I ain't doing too much. That's kind of weird. Like, yeah, I don't know. I ain't never did that or did nothing like that.
Tristan, what's the creepiest thing you did?
Creepy?
Can't hear you.
I'm trying to think like creepy or weird.
Weird.
I don't think I've done anything. I mean, I don't know. Come back to me.
Crystal, I know you finna come on some G shit.
No, I really ain't never did no weird, creepy shit. Like, I'm just gonna ask. I think probably the most I done did was, wait, what am I trying to find out? Now, playing with me? I'm gonna get creative.
Oh yeah, y'all get creepy on that.
I get real creepy on it, but
Yeah, I mean, either way, whatever.
I mean, now when you get down to that, I can't unravel that bag of secrets.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them. But if it's something I want to find out about them, like what they like or something like that, I'm just gonna ask or subliminally ask if I'm trying to surprise them some type of way.
But that's not even creepy or weird, but the person I was dating, his birthday was coming up, and I'm trying to buy him something that he'd been wanting, and I mean, I kind of knew what size he wear, but like it was like different sizes. So I asked his cousin. I was like, "So which size should I get?" His ass gave me the wrong fucking size, but that's probably the only.
Was it his size?
Huh?
Will he give you his size?
Nah.
Man, I'm trying to think myself.
I ain't never. I ain't never did that one.
Be on some romantic shit.
I be on
Okay.
cap. I be on some creepy ass shit.
Like what type of creep ass shit?
It just depends, like how much I know about the person at the time. But I want to say, like, when I start, you know how you'll start bringing shit up, like, them shoes hard as hell, them shoes be ugly as fuck, and you be trying to see what they gonna say. Like, damn, them shoes hard. And they be like, hell nah, I never wear this shit. But I be like, look at this. They be like, hell no. But like creepy, y'all, damn, here I go. Y'all, one time I was trying to see what somebody was doing, like where they was, what they was doing, who they was with. So I started following people and they followers and watching their stories.
yeah, that's creepy.
You got a fake page? You gotta make one
need
of
to make
those.
sense though.
Oh my god. I don't go and follow them because 9 times out of 10, the people that this person be with, I'm already following. But I just make sure I go look at their story. But I don't go follow extra people.
Start looking on Snap, asking people for their passwords to look at another person's Snap. You follow this person. That's real. Like, that's investigative.
That's too much.
Y'all too crazy.
That's too much. That's too much energy. That's too much energy.
Yeah, some because you follow the friends, Tristan, but the friends that know you follow them, they go quarterly. Come on.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. Cause
y'all know too many secrets. Y'all know too many secrets. It's the same way though.
We appreciate you so much, Mike, for coming.
You said what now?
We appreciate you for coming on.
Appreciate you for having me. Appreciate y'all for having me.
I got a question for y'all. Since we always talk about the crazy toxic shit, what about romantic stuff? Do y'all not do like sweet, cute shit?
Yeah. I've done it.
I knew you would ask me. Hey.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
I'm a lover. So what's the most like kind of romantic cute shit you've done?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you can go first.
I'll let Crystal go first. She a G. She like, man, yeah, I ain't doing nothing.
She said nothing. And what?
Nah. Mm-mm.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Nothing.
You be cooking for your dudes.
Like, you just went too far. That's not right. Yeah, how you know when people know that? You stupid.
You be posting. Oh, they might be on her close friends.
It is.
Well, y'all silly.
Mike.
Oh shit. I need a couple things. One I was like got like a room at like the Madison, and then like had my cousin come through, and she decorated that jump with like roses from like the dough all the way. I was like hella roses, like hella roses. Had champagne. Man, it was nice, real nice. My cousin, and she did it. Like my cousin came and did it because she loved me and she was pregnant. So shout out to my cousin. And she was like, man, this girl better love it. My girl came and she was like, oh, okay. Like, you motherfucker. Yeah.
Look, all our faces.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
Should have handed her up. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, hey, look, I was like, you know what? Cool. But you know something? The same person since that been trying to get at me. I never again.
Yeah, she ungrateful.
Ungrateful as a fuck. But it's cool. She'll be strong. Yeah, she'll be strong. Yeah. She'll be strong. Yeah, but yeah, that happened. I was like, man. See, that type of shit make you not want to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? This is back to that vulnerability thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It worked out.
You should have made her sleep.
It worked out.
Bitch, you don't
Huh?
no decorations. You should have made her sleep in the bathroom. Ain't no decorations.
In a tub full of water, goddamn. For real. Nah, it's all good. Huh?
Monty?
Thank you. Huh?
What about you?
Me? Romantic? Yeah. Y'all know me. I'm sappy as fuck. I'm crazy, but I'm sap. I do nice shit. You know, I'm a gift. I'm a surpriser. I'm a gift giver. Like if it's, we talked about this. Like if it's something that you say that you want or that you're working towards, I'm gonna invest in that or help with that or buy you the things for that. Like that's my way of being like romantic, I guess you can say. Is that romantic? Maybe not. But
What about something that somebody's done for you?
look,
Hey,
it's not.
can't spill them secrets. No, I'll just play.
Yo, this person tried to do something romantic and it went left. This was his version of romantic. He invited me over to his house. And he had another person there waiting. He was like, you don't want to.
Hold on.
The person popped up on some, I told y'all this, rub my arm type shit. I was like, what? And that was his, huh?
Some threesome stuff?
Yeah, that was his version of being romantic. He had candles lit and stuff.
I would have blew every single last one of them bitches out.
On the way out the door type shit.
I think I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, I feel like I told you about that.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that was his idea of being romantic. Fail.
Okay,
yeah.
Crystal, what about you? Has something romantic happened to you before? Since you don't do romance?
I'm a savage.
I'm really trying to remember, like, the romantic stuff that's worth remembering. I really can't. Okay, this was so romantic. I was at school, and it was during my finals, and my boyfriend at the time, It was it was Valentine's Day. I don't know what the hell was going on around that time, but it was a lot. And he surprised me at school with a jar of pickles and some milk. And that was just the sweetest shit ever.
Cute.
Pickles and milk. Pickles and
No,
milk.
because that mean like
That mean a lot to her.
people. A lot of people don't know how much I love pickles and milk, and for him to have gotten me, it was just such a small gift. Like he ended up doing some bigger shit later, but that being so small, it really mattered to me. Like
I got questions though. Like how
does the whole podcast?
How does that work together? Pickles and milk.
And I get that a lot. I always love pickles and I always love milk. So my favorite snack and my favorite beverage. It was never about how they tasted together.
That's different. I've never heard that. Like, never.
Yep.
Pickles and milk. I'm gonna ask some of them white folks tomorrow if they had some of that shit. The pickles and milk.
Pickles and milk.
Say what?
Pickles and milk.
I ain't never heard that. You different. You different. Yeah.
A lot of people don't be knowing it. So when he did it, I was like, oh.
What you say?
So you eat the pickle and you drink the milk? Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's different.
Yeah.
I know somebody to do that now. That's